because he's a forensic analyst and certified death investigator. Joe Scott, I bet you've been toiling over these details most of the day. Can you put any thought to what might have happened, just given the facts we know now?
In all of my experience, Ash, as a death investigator, I have never had two individuals be found dead inside of a structure without there being some kind of trauma element related to it, or some type of toxin, perhaps in the air, or either something that has been ingested. The idea that two individuals would just simultaneously fall over deceased it's a real head scratcher for a death investigator, for anybody in forensics, and not to mention the added piece to this, that the canine is deceased.
That was odd, and two canines were alive. I wondered about the crate, meaning if the crate were closed, if it had been many days, that the canine would have expired from, thirst at the very least.
Yeah.
So Hackman's daughter says that she thought it was definitely carbon monoxide poisoning, but the utility company said nothing looked awry. Some of the doors were slightly open, which made me wonder if that would negate the possibility of this happening. But also, would toxicology show this in an autopsy?
Yeah, it will, and that's important. We can't dismiss what the daughter is saying, okay? And it's all fine and good. The fire department rolled out, and utility people came out and checked. However, at autopsy at the state medical examiner's office, they're going to do a test that's referred to as a carboxyhemoglobin level. And you do it in fire deaths, you do it where you suspect that carbon monoxide asphyxiation has taken place. And when that occurs, it'll give you specific levels. There is always a certain amount of carbon monoxide in our environment, but did it reach lethal levels, and is that a causal effect? They'll also, remember, we have to think about that these pills were found there as well, Ash, and we don't know what the med was at this point in time, but I guarantee you this, that the individuals from the ME's office where the state collected that vial, and they're going to take those meds back with them, they're going to analyze them and take a look in kind of a broad spectrum toxicology report, what we call a standard panel, and they'll look for everything.
I only have a couple seconds left, but I'm really curious about the wording that was used. They were found mummified and bloated. Was that a mistake by somebody who just doesn't understand what mummification is? It didn't sit right with me.
No, the people in Santa Fe would know mummification, and it's not like Egyptian mummification. That's an arid climate, okay? Plus, we're in the wintertime. It's doubly absent any kind of humidity in the air out there. And so the skin, the tissue actually dries out significantly and with a lot more speed than it would, say, down here in the deep south where I live, or even up north where you have a lot of humidity. So that is certainly something of interest that they'll have to take a look at. And most importantly, we have to know when they were last seen alive and why was that front door open.
Joseph Scott Morgan, I always appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.